We are live. There you go. Just make sure I'm monitoring what I'm seeing. Yeah, that's all right. I'm happy with that. That looks good. Just bring a bit more light in there, see what I'm looking at. Hi guys, how you doing? Hope you're well. It's me, and you're on board again for me to do another album. I hope you looked at the one on BANDCAMP. It's now live. That is the one for, I've done this keyboard, Volume 1 album, Volume 2, and tonight we're doing the best of the best. All I've done is switched it on. I don't even know what it's got on, what it's going to do. It's just going to be a case of record, play, stop, and that's it. That's going to be it. Once I've worked out 10 tracks, I'll send them off to London again tomorrow, or hopefully if I can get all my 10 tracks done tonight. And then basically I'll put a word into them, we'll put a description to what the actual things are, and also hopefully when I get the things back licensed from PRS, I can actually put it out as an album again. So what's the angles today then? Okay, so let me just show you the angles. Okay, so if I take this one off, that's okay, I've got the full range, but I'm going to use that one because this is what I'm going to show you guys when I do the thing. Now I can either do two things. I can either keep the thing up there or I can do it down here. And what I could do is go to this camera, which is the top keyboard that I'm going to be playing tonight. Or I could just basically make that one bigger. And then when I go on Audacity, it will automatically go to this section here, but you won't see me playing. So I think what I'll do is I'll leave it exactly as it is now, and do exactly the same as what I did last week when I did the other album. So this is another live feed, and I'm going to show you exactly how I do the albums. It's just a case of press record on Audacity, play the music, stop. Might twiddle about with it, do a little bit of a fade in on the front, fade in on the back, and that's all I do. I don't muck about with them at all. And it's real. That's the thing, you see, it's no AI or anything. All it is whatever that keyboard's got on board. It's a 40-year-old keyboard, but it was top of the range when it came out. You're looking about 12 grand. It was the sort of things Vangelis would have used at the time. Beautiful sound, absolutely beautiful. And that is the Casio, and that is the MZ2000, top of the range at the time. And what I'll show you is, let me go and change a button. If I take that one up there and I go higher. Right, so this is the keyboard. Hello. Okay, so what we got here, we've got registrations all the way along here. Now, what these are is these are done by the factory. The factory basically, when they come out the factory, you can program it, but I don't think anyone else. So what basically is you've got 1 to 8, and then in banks of 10. So you'd go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That'd be 8. If you want to go to the next bank, you'd press the bank once, and then that would go to 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Bank again, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Bank again. So it's all in there, and this is basically what the factory has set. All I'm going to do is go along these registrations, and you'll see all these lights change. And I'm going to make something out of it. As I say, it's going to be all one-off. The music I do from now on, it's going to be one-off. It's going to be registered to me, so I get 100% royalties. So yeah, it's going to be quite a nice little move. I don't know what's going to happen. And that's the good thing about it. I don't know what's going to come up, but I'm going to try my play by ear and see what I can do. So what we'll do is you'll also see Audacity, which is that thing in the top corner. I could even make it smaller or make it bigger actually. And then when I do it on Audacity, you'll see that Audacity there. You'll see me playing here, but I am seeing the full screen on my PC of Audacity, so I can see how the peaks are going and everything. Looking at it, it's not too bad. Things are quite clear there. Let me just have a quick look where we are here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. That's coming through nice. Where's the balance? Treble, bass, echo. Is that the balance? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Modulation. Okay, so it's gone through the microphone preset. So that's a good little sound. I can just give myself a little bit of echo, only a tiny bit, or you can actually make myself a little bit louder or quieter. Bring in this little machine here. This will give me a little bit more echo. Probably don't need all this lot of echo, but come back. So yeah, you are actually going to see again me making another one. If you went to BANDCAMP, let me take that down a bit. If you went to BANDCAMP, you would see now on my BANDCAMP I've got Studio Album Volume 2, and that was the one I did last week on that one. The one before was this one, and it was all done live exactly the same way I'm going to do it tonight. But tonight we're doing it with the MZ2000. If you want to have a quick look at that, let me just take that picture off, and then you can see it. So if I go to that, there you go. This is the MZ2000. This was the top of the range when it came out, and it's a very rare keyboard now because at the time it's very expensive to buy. So people wouldn't have bought it, normal people. They basically, unless they was in studios and got a good budget, then they'd probably buy it. But it was equal to £2,500 in 1980. So that would have been equal to about nearly £12,000 then. But they came, you know, like everything, prices come down and that, and I got this one from a studio from a guy, and it's 40-year-old, but it's in immaculate condition. Everything works, and basically it sounds brilliant. I've done quite a few albums of it. Lots of effects you can do off it. It's just phenomenal. But yeah, I mean, you wouldn't pick up another one. Well, all this stack here is basically history. They're all 40-year-old. And all of them are going into that mixer over there, and then basically what happens is then it goes straight to the computer. Then I go into Audacity, I press play and record, and off we go. It's as simple as that. Hi Brian, Colin, Clive, Paul. Thanks for joining us, guys. So we're going to do a live album tonight, and I'm going to bring that back up. There you go, we're going to bring that one back up again. And as I say, when I'm playing, you'll see me playing here, and you'll probably see Audacity in the top corner, but I've got the screen here, which I'll see the full range of Audacity, so I can actually do the full range playing and recording. So what I'm going to do is press registration 1. I haven't a clue what it's going to be. Okay. It's got a nice effect. The beat is... Okay, so it's given me an idea what to go for. So what I'm going to do is press one finger chord. Not one finger, one setting. I have got actually now 4 auto settings down here, so that's a good thing. So I could change into there if I want to. We'll bring that one back up to there. Gives me 4 range of different sounds, so I can actually change the sounds as I'm playing. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? Okay, so what we'll do is we'll put it in preset mode. And I'll put it on a key change for a restart. So as soon as I hit the key, it will restart itself. Okay, so reset it. And then what I'll do is I will change to Audacity. So I'm going to bring this one down a few seconds, bring up my Audacity. And we're going to do the first track. I'm not going to change anything. If it goes wrong, it goes wrong. Well, basically, I'll just do it again, really. As I say, nothing's planned, but what I do tonight is actually going to be the albums, go on the album, and I'm going to rework out what I can actually say for them. So basically, if it's a new song, then I'll just work out, when I fill it in, you'll see me put a lot of dots in, because I know exactly what I'm doing now. Just put the dots in and I'll fill it in later. And then what I do is I go in the office and I basically, the tracks that I've got, hopefully 10, and then what I'll do is basically I'll say to my AI, right, we've got 10 tracks here, I want you to give me some pictures, 10 pictures of the 10 things I tell you. So what I'll do is I'll listen to them back again in the studio, and I'll work out what I can actually say to that, what that represents to me, so as a heading. Okay, so what then I'll do is I'll get 10 headings, and I'll get to my AI that's on there, and I'll just explain, I'll say, right, this is this song, give me a description of what this song would be incorporated, and it'll do that for me. So I've got my songs, I've got my description, then I'll ask it to do the photos of the description of the tracks, so, or basically photos of the thing. So it'll give me 10 photos, give me a photo of the cover, I'll put them all together, I'll get them licensed down at London, PRS, in my name. Once it comes back and it's been ticked off, it doesn't cost no because it's my stuff, so I'm not ticking it off of anyone else. Once it comes back, the album will be out. And if everything goes right, which it did last week, it came back the next day. I can't believe that. But there again, I've got over 220 songs with PRS, new songs, all in my name registered. So yeah, that's how I do it, and that's how I build them up. And that's how it doesn't cost me now, because I'm not doing covers, they're all my own stuff. If anyone took my stuff, then they have to give me royalties, so it's a win-win situation. Okay, so I've got Audacity up now, I'm just going to see what I'm looking at. Yep, okay, a blank screen, cool. And you guys can see me playing the keyboard, right, okay. So, all I have to do now is I've set the keyboard so I can press R, and it will play and start. You'll see that going across the top there, and then that. When you hear what I'm playing, that's okay, but I've known now that when I listen to it back, it will not actually transmit it over the airwaves. So what you're hearing now is going to be live. So here we go, R. Perfect. And that's the way you do it. Okay, what we do here, take 2 seconds off, so I just do that, and I take 2 seconds into the song, and then I do a thing called a fade in. That makes the song more manageable, and it just jumps in very nicely. Right at the end, I don't think it just fades out nicely, it automatically fades out from the keyboard, so looking at that, I don't think I need to do anything else. I'm just going to have a quick listen. This will come through my headphones, not what you're hearing. Sounds okay to me. Yeah, don't need to enhance that or anything. Okay, so that's the first song done then. So I've got now just going to export it over as a MIDI file. What I did with the other one through the week, I actually chucked another folder next door to the MIDI file of the second album I did last week. And then I copied all the MP3s back into Audacity and then changed it to a WAV file and put them back into a new folder. So now I've got a copy of that album in WAV file, and also I've got a copy of it in basically MP3. So whichever platform wants an MP3 when I want to put my music on, or if they want to take it in a WAV, because a WAV file basically is what you will use when you record onto a CD. You could do it within MP3, but it sounds crap. And the quality is a lot better. That's why when a WAV file, when you actually download something, a WAV file has got a lot more information than an MP3. An MP3 took the music and squashed it all together. But an MP3 is, a WAV file is a lot longer, and it's a different format altogether. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to export that straight away now to a desktop. I'm going to put it on the desktop, and I'm just going to put vol 3. That's just something so I know exactly where it is. What I could do is actually make a folder and then actually tell it to put it in that folder. So that's another thing I can probably do. But at the moment, I'm just going to make sure this goes to the right destination. So I'm going to save that. Okay, here comes the little dots and everything. So the artist is obviously me, Stephen Francis. Okay, and the title, no, it could be going to have a dot because that's going to be a thinking later for that one. Album, obviously, volume 3. Going to just put vol 3. I know it's volume 3. It's the third keyboard up here, so then I can actually write them bits in. The track number's got to be 1 because that's the first track we're doing. The year is dead easy. I can put that one in. That's 2026. Genre, could be, I don't know, we'll figure that one out. So I'll put another dot in there. Actually, do I need to put a dot on that? Probably don't need a dot on that one. Just need something, otherwise it won't accept it. So now when I say OK, if you don't put those dots in to fill in there, or it thinks that you've put something in, then it wouldn't accept it. Because it say, you ain't filled this in, and you ain't filled that in. And so basically all I do now is say OK. There it goes. It's now putting the first track onto the desktop for me, and I'll show you that. There you go. So immediately I do exactly what I told you last week. I just shut it all down. Do I save it? No, I don't, because hopefully if everything's gone right, there it is in the top right hand corner. So now what I'm going to do is make myself a little folder. Folder. And now I can actually write a little bit of things. So I can put Stephen Francis, volume 3. Okay, so now I can grab hold of that one and put it straight into that folder. And now I'm going to put the folder up there, because what they do is they come around here when I actually store them, and then I just bring them back, put them back in there. So now, if I double click on that, there is my first song. I'm going to make that a bit bigger so I can see it. Up here, make it large. I'll probably make it a bit larger than that, actually, because, yeah, there you go. So there she is, that's the first track. I can't play it back to you guys because for some reason it will not actually go one way and the other. Running through this system, it's basically set up really for recording. Recording, transmitting through the microphone, but not actually transmitting over air. So anyway, it does work and it sounded really great. So if I double click here, I can actually have a quick listen, because now I've set it for an MP3 player. Automatically, MP3 player pops up. And it's playing. And it's sounding lovely. Because the MP3 player that I've got, I'm playing on the Windows 11, it enhances everything, so it's made it like it's in a full studio and finished off. And that's the standard thing on the Windows 11. Okay, right, so turn that down, and we bring Audacity back up. She comes. Right, I've got full screen here, you've got the thing up here, and I will start off with the second one. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going back over here, and here I'm going to go to the second registration. So let's see what we've got on the registration. Okay, we've got a guitar. What we got on here? Nice, I like that. And the beat. Okay, yeah, right. So, that's all I need to know. Okay, let me just press R, and we're ready to go. Oh, hang on. Press R, and we're ready to go. Press R, no, okay. For some reason we're not ready to go then. What's happened here? Oh, okay, I'll reboot that one then if you have me in there. This is what you've got to be careful, you see. You're running quite a few things here. You're running Audacity, you're running 3 cameras, you're running lots of programs, so I'm hoping this will pick it up now. Let's press R. There she goes. Right, so start, stop. Okay, lovely. No. So what I'll do is I'll reboot that again. Now I know the keyboard's talking. Okay, so in the top end there, ready, go, R. It's another one. Okay, so we whiz on all the way back. We take 2 seconds off the front to give that gap out. Because obviously there'll be movement sound from me to get from here to touch that. So I cut them little sections out by highlighting it and pressing the delete button on the keyboard. That takes it to there. Then I go 2 seconds in and I bring that all the way there. And what I do is go into these effects and go fade in. And that's all I do with my stuff, really. I don't really do anything else. But yeah, I'm happy with that. That looks good. Whiz that all the way to the front. Let's have a quick listen to it myself. Nice, I like that. Yeah, okay. So we're going to save that one. I'm going to put it into an MP3. Export MP3, boom, there you go. We're going to put it in there, we're going to put it as ball 3.1. Got to have it a little bit different, otherwise it will think that's two things you're trying to put in the same folder and then it'll confuse itself, so don't do that. There we go, and here we go with all the information. Well, the first thing I'll put in my name, that's an easy one. Should be anyway, although coming up to 64, it could be a bit of a challenge. Okay, so that's that one, and then we go into the title, which I'm not going to bother about all that. I can write all that later, just by putting a dot in. We know it's track 2, easy enough, job done. I mean, these things can be changed. Track 1 or track 2 or track 3. If track 3 sounds better to run after track 2, or track 1 sounds better to... Because I've got it at the basic minimum at the moment, this is what I can work with. All I'm doing is making product. I want 10 tracks, and then what I'll do is I'll swap them around to what I think, put them into a theme, work out the theme, which the first track will be coming out that will make a match to the start of that theme, and have a story coming into the end, and then my AI will put it all in order for me. So it's quite easy. Oops, Gemini jumped in there. Stop, just because I said Gemini. Okay, so the year, obviously, I will put the year in because then I know exactly that this folder is for that year. And genre, we're going to put a dot in. I think that could be, I don't know what it could be, I'll work it out later. Click, there she goes. So this is track 2 we're done. We are now going on to track 3. This is how fast I can do it. It's just unbelievable. And it's live, and it's real. That's the thing about it. And there she is. She's in there. Boom, pop that back in that one there. Now if I double click on here, I've got 2. Boom, boom. There you go. Look at that. 2 tracks already done. Job done. Who needs to be in the studio? Who needs to pay anyone? Okay. Right. Audacity. Open it up again. And here we go. Right, registration 3. So, what do we got? Nice. Okay, well what I will do is put 1-touch settings on this one. I didn't do last time because then it didn't give me 4 variations of sound, so I had to change them all myself. What it has done here now has given me 4 variations of it, what this sound will be. So this sound is... Okay, yeah, we'll go with that. It says it's beat 3, tempo's 86. Nice, nice. Okay, what we got on the top? So I can loop it over to a top. A little bit of echo in that. Then we got over here. And on top. Oh, no, I don't want that. And also we've got the loop on there. I don't want that. So, okay, let's go over to here, see what we got on the sounds. So we got a sweep. Nice, and we got a nylon. We got a just growl, really. So, let's start off on a soft one. And we are running at what? Not too bad. Okay, so I'm going to start it off on the auto sync. I'm going to start sync over there, switch that off there, so I should be able to run straight off a sync. Okay, right, nice one. Okay. Okay, right, ready. Here we go again then. Press the R. so if I go back again, all the way back, take 2 seconds off, boom, there you go, and then take 2 seconds off here to give a nice fade in, just nicely and not too rough. Fade ins are always good nowadays, although they don't do them nowadays. They used to do it back in my days, and music sounded really great like that. And also fade outs, we do fade outs and all, not let's just stop completely. Let's chuck the mic on the floor, and that's it, done. No, we don't do any of that. Back in my days, we used to have respect for equipment. Right, okay. I'll have a quick listen to this. Oh, well, take the gap off, I might get on better. That's it, because I locked it into 2 seconds there. Okay, let's go back, and we'll stop again. That sounds good, yeah. Okay, lovely. I mean, people are saying it's probably not spot on, it's not timing, it's not got this and not got that. Well, fuck that, I don't give a fuck about that. You can, if you want to be a machine, go somewhere else, go get AI to do it. But I'm a human, I don't faff around with things like that. If I go wrong, I go wrong. I'm not going to spend pissing time doing it right. So the good thing about it is that if AI is, well, funny enough, on all platforms, I see yesterday and the day before that they're banning AI because what was happening, a lot of people was getting AI, getting it to do all the work, but they fucked it up themselves actually, really, because they was using AI to make the music, and they wasn't happy with just doing 1 or 2 songs. No, they had to put 50 or 60 songs in, and these platforms would get inundated. They've only got servers that'll hold so much, you see. So when you get a platform coming in that's got 400 or 500 a day, and there's probably 500 or 600 people that's doing AI, it's overwhelming for the platform. So now what they've done, they've banned AI, which I think is fucking brilliant. Because, like myself, I'm a musician, you know, if you want to do, there's no shortcut to be a musician. I had to do it a long way. I've had to build it all up. I started when I was 9-year-old, I must admit, but I had to go all that way. But no, I got no sympathy for people that thought they could do a quick shortcut by taking thousands and thousands of records and planting them on like BANDCAMP and that, and BANDCAMP just got inundated by them, like, you know, because we've got a nice stream of people, musicians doing 300 or 400 a day, or 500 or 600, you know, quite a big load. But then, of course, you got these new people that come along that couldn't play, hadn't no idea, but then they could type, so they typed all the stuff in. And then, of course, they could make music. But the trouble is, there was unlimited. They'd probably want 50 or 60 songs. Now, if you're sending 50 or 60 songs to BANDCAMP, and you've got 200 or 300 people doing that at the same time, there's thousands and thousands and thousands of input coming into BANDCAMP, or even the platforms, of Spotify and all that. They can't handle it. So, you know, they said, no, we'll go back to the people that do the music properly, and only have them. So now BANDCAMP and all other platforms, I don't know if Spotify are doing it, they probably ain't, because they're scrounging gits anyway. So basically, I think, you know, Spotify, it'll probably have it anyway, because it's just going to make money for him anyway. And these idiots are just thinking they're going to make money out of it. They're not, actually, because it's not their music in the first place. If you're going to do it with a platform called Sumo, or you're going to do it with Boom or something like that, an AI program, it's not going to be yours, because the music is made by a machine. It's not been made by you. You've given it the input. You've told it what to do, so you'll probably get, well, I don't know, 20% out your royalties. But you haven't done 100% work, that's the thing. Not like me doing it here. This is all 100% popped in there. I'm playing the music, I'm recording it, I'm going to do all the work, I'm going to label it, I'm going to license it, I'm going to put it on a CD, it's going to be on BANDCAMP, I can sell it as a CD. Simple as that. I don't bother with platforms much. I don't put them on streaming sites. I think I'll probably put one song for one album on SoundCloud. That's it. And then on there it'll say that if you like this song, go over to BANDCAMP, click this link here, and you can hear the album. So that's what I do. Most of my stuff is on BANDCAMP. If you go on BANDCAMP, there's 38 albums on there now, and probably 39 in about 2 days' time. And yeah, that's the way to do it. But Spotify and all them platforms, I think Spotify might be still taking them because they're crafty, actually, because they can make money out of them. So old Daniel there is gonna keep ticking them out. But other platforms that are smaller, that can't take the full information that's coming in, you get 300,000 or 400,000 people that's playing about with this AI stuff and putting them on like BANDCAMP. It's just going to blow the circuits and everything. They're just not going to be able to have the capacity to store them. They could just about manage it when they've got all the artists we have, the proper artists that do the job properly, like myself. Because it takes a little while to get the music out there, like, you know. Apart from me, I'm play by ear and I can get it just like that. But most other artists will take a fair little while to get their albums on there, so it's given them a little bit of a breathing time. But with these machines, AIs, they're just banging them in constantly, you know. So the platforms are fed up with it, like, because it's not bloody real music anyway. It's just a bloody mess. Have you ever heard AI music? God, it is terrible. And it doesn't make mistakes, that's fine, yeah. I'm human, I do make mistakes, and I don't mind. Which is now, sooner or later, they will come back to the human side instead of the AI side. The AI side will go, it's just a faff anyway. No one can make any money out of it anyway. It makes you laugh, actually. These firms give these people, come and have a go at AI and AI music and do this, that and the other. Yeah, you can, mate, brilliant. But you're not getting paid for it and you're not going to make no out of it, and it's going to cost you more money to actually run the thing. So who's the mug, him or the company? No, I'll do it the way I'm doing it, thanks. So anyway, yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm just going to do that one, and I'm going to export that over as an MP3, and we're going to come here. I'm going to put it in as a VO1 ... something a little bit different, and then we're going to save that. Fill in the little dots here. Stephen. Oops. Yeah, that'll do. Francis. Doesn't have to be right, you see, because I can do all this lot in the office, because I've got Audacity in the office anyway. So track, it's 1, 2, 3, track 3. Album, well, yeah, I'm just gonna, I know what it is anyway, as long as I get it in the right folder. It's number track 3. And I'll put the year in, we'll be all right, 2026. So all you have to do is just the basics. You put dots in every little box, really, as long as you remember where you're going to put it. I know where I'll put it. I'll put it on the top side of Audacity. And here it goes. Boom, there she goes. So now I'll shut that down. And do I want to save it? No. That's where the biggest mistake is, because it highlights, yes. Well, you don't want it, because if you do that, you're going to go round in circles. Been there, done it, not going to do it anymore. Okay, there you go. Pop that into there. Double click on there, and we've got 3. Woohoo! 3 songs, just like that. I'm going to make that a little bit smaller, actually, because it's now taking up some space. Okay, so if I click on there, it will automatically play that through an MP3 player. There she is. Nice, that's it, let's play that one. Shut that down again and start Audacity back up. And then we'll do number 4. This is how fast I can do them. Okay, we'll go into bank 4. Let's see what we got. fingers. So I've got my 4 variations of the sounds coming up. We have got, let's have a listen to the beat. Okay, so we go 1 foot touch. Interesting, same beat, or same-ish beat. Okay, what we got on this one then? So we've got a claviare. Dream guitar. Okay, and the piano. Okay, so we'll start off on one variation. So we'll go into the start off and we'll go. Okay, and car piano. I don't know if that's some weird sounds. Right, so I'm going to start this off possibly on a long. Yeah, I think we'll try a long start intro. Let's go with that. We're going to play with that, I think. So we'll press R. there's another. Okie dokie. So here we go, all the way back. And I'm going to take 3 second gap there. Okay, so we take 3 seconds off. Bang. 2 seconds in. And we're going to fade that one in. Fade in. Right, quick listen to that. Da-da-da-da. Sounding good to me. Yeah, that sounds all right. Went through all right? Sounds lovely, that does. Okay, so obviously when I store it back into its original file, it will enhance it, and then basically once I play it through an MP3 player, it will enhance it again. So you don't really need to boost it and faff around with it on studios and things like that, because it keeps enhancing it all the time. So I don't bother with it. Anyway, let me think. So we need just now to take that into an MP3. I'm going to save that, export it into an MP3, and then we're going to give it a name. Could be SF.1, if I haven't got SF.1 in there somewhere. Yep, it's accepted it. Okay, so give me the box. That's good. I like the box. Stephen Francis. What I'm actually doing here is writing inside the file. I'm actually giving it a name. So as the artist, I am actually writing inside. If you go to a file sometimes and you go to properties, you right-click on your mouse or whatever, you go into properties and you'll see all this information. Well, this is how you do the information. And this is how I write all the information in. Once it's mastered, then basically it locks itself in, so you can't do any information. So that stops copywriters and things like that, you see. Then people can't steal your music and say it's their own. At the moment, what they do nowadays is they copy the actual screen or copy the sound. But the thing now is, like my stuff, you can't do it because it recognises it as its own signature. We've been in there, we've done all that, so let's have an L. I'm going to put a dot in there, I'm going to put a dot in there, and I'm going to put that track as 4. Track 4. Year is 2026. And the genre is dot. I'm going to put a dot in because we can figure out what genre is later. And it has to be quite close to the genre, it doesn't have to be the exact genre. Okay, click OK, and off she goes. There she goes again. So that's track 4. I've done 4 tracks, and it is only half past. What did it start about? 1? Start about 1. So that's only half an hour. I've made 4 tracks ready to go on an album, which probably would take a record company or something like that. They'll faff around with it for about 6 months and then charge the poor bloke 6 months of work. It's not needed. It's not needed. Okay, so you do all that there. That's okay. That's gone in there. I'm going to double click on there. I'm going to shut it down. And there it is on again. I'll bring it up the top, pop it into the folder, double click on there. And there she is. 1, 2, 3, 4. Have a quick listen to it. Double click. That makes an MP3 player load itself up. My God, that sounds good through headphones. Okay, so I'm happy with that. So let's do track 5. And you guys are along with the journey. Hope you're enjoying it, by the way. You are seeing firsthand how to make an album. Okay, so, hey Colin, how you doing? You ought to get this Audacity, and you'll be able to make your albums just like that. Dead easy program. Yeah, she's uploaded. Now, well, I'll go on to registration 4 and see what we got in 4. That's nice. Layer that one on there. Okay, interesting. Right, one touch button. That will sort out what button we've got there. Pan flutes, that's cool. And what else can we do? Chorus EP. Solo sloop. Okay, so let's see what the beat is. About the same, really. It didn't really change much, has it? I think it has changed a little bit, actually. And what I'll do is I'll get a full range to come in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press it on sync. We press the button sync first. Then we tell it that we want a long intro. And then I'll set it on the start and pop it on an intro. So we're going to hopefully have an intro of that. So do that again there. And okay, she's not synced yet. So we're going to sync it. Right, okay, so if I do that again. Right, okay. I think I can sync it this way. Okay, so that should be ready to go. Right, ready for the R. simple as that. Okay, whiz that back, have a quick, take about 2 seconds out for a start. There you go, straight up to the first key, so take 2 seconds off that. And what we do then, we go into FX, whip it down to fade it in. That squeezes that up nicely. Click off on the black, bring it back to the bottom, and have a quick listen. Oh, that sounds brilliant. And that sounds even better once I store it onto an MP3 and put it into its own file. There you go, simple, isn't it? It's just simple. Right, so we're going to store that one. Export back into MP3. I'm going to call that one VOL4, because that's track 4. Or is it track? That's track 5 actually, VOL5. Okay, so save that. And there it goes. Give me all the details. All I have to do is put Stephen Francis. And then I don't really put the title because I know exactly what they're going to be. I'll do all this basically stuff later. Track 5. Year, still the same, 2026. 2026. Genre is a dot. I ain't figured that one out yet. That was a slow beat, I think, slow bass, something like that. Click, and there she goes. Okay, so yeah, this is all the live stuff. If you've just joined us, in my home studio, I'm doing the new album for this keyboard up here. And I've got Audacity, that big screen on the top of right-hand corner, left-hand corner actually. No, actually, yeah, it is left-hand corner, looking at it screen. Top left-hand corner, you are seeing Audacity. That is this recording stuff that I used for my recording. And at the moment, I'm showing you how to do, well, you're with me, guys, at the moment. You to listen to how we are doing first-hand on the album. On this one here, the MZ2000 Casio. So, I've done all that. I can click this one down, and I can go new, doing it, and there he is. Pop up there, bring him back down there. Double click on there. Everything goes right. I should have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. So I can double click on this section here, bring up an MP3 player, and I can listen to it through my headphones anyway. And that's exactly how it will be, the finished effort, and that sounds absolutely brilliant. And you'll hear it all on BANDCAMP next week, because it depends how long it takes to get a license. It won't take long, because as I say, they know me quite well now, down at London PRS Music. Because this will be 230. Yeah, these 10 will be 230. Wow. 230. Come on. 230 songs in my own name. Okay. So, track 6. Track 6. Have a bit of a drink of the orangeade. See where let's go back into Audacity, see what's going on. Oh yes, you're looking to the keyboard. Cool. I could actually move that about if you really want, or I could actually, I think I probably could actually, you could see that and I could see the other things. So let's have a look, see if I could do that. So if I take that one off, and then when I go into Audacity here, I will see it playing here. Okay, yeah, I could do that. So then you can see me playing them all and pressing the buttons at the same time. Okay, right, so that's what we'll do. I'll just, yeah, I'll take that off and then I'll just go manually. I mean, you could actually watch it if you want, but I think, well, I'll show you, let you see me, the master, doing the work. So I'm going to go back into Audacity. I'm going to go into bank 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Am I on 5? Yeah. So now bank 6. Let's see what's on bank 6. Sort of a duh. Okay, let's see what it brings up. So we've got block keys there, and we got sounds like a double steel. Whoa, that's cool. Voice. Space balls. Okay, that's what we got to play with then. What we on the right hand, left hand. Let's put that one on. That one on. It's a bit more dramatic. Let's just try something. Let me see. Sounds pretty good. Okay. What I'll do is I'll speed that up a little section there. I'll take that to 82. I will bring an intro in here. I will do a link off here, and I'll take a synchro off there on there. What else can we do? I'll put that on there. Don't sound bad for 40-year-old keyboards, do they? Right. Let's see what we got then. So press R and off we go. Yeah, press R to record and space to stop it. Okay, whiz it all the way back. Take 2 seconds off. Okay, press that, and then we just press that one there somewhere. Take that little bit off, and then we go 2 seconds in, and we pull that across there. We go into the effects, and we bring into the fade in, and immediately it just chops it down to a nice size. And then we have a quick listen to my headphones. Oops, take the actual link off, we might get on better. That's it. Yeah, that's clear. Okay, so I can go for that. Take that bit off. It off. Make sure that goes all the way back. There you go, that's it, got it all the way back. Okay, I'm happy with that. So we'll just get rid of that one. Let's send the next one into export, MP3. Got some great sounds off the keyboard, as you can tell. That's a volume 6. Say volume 6, I can play with that later. Just got to give it a name so it brings up this square here, so I can put in my properties. Stephen Francis. Okay, the title is, well, could be anything, depends what I put in the studio. Track 6. The year is 2026. And the genre is, could be anything. Okay, so that's okay. Off you go. And there's track 6. So we're banging through. Okay, yeah, that's that. We'll put that one back up there. And we put that one back in the folder. Now I can go back into here. There she is. There she is. Bring him in there. And now I should have 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. Quick listen to that one. Volume 6, wasn't it? Double click. God, that just sounds marvellous. It's amazing what the actual finished thing is. Because it's all coming through stereo through here, I don't have to faff around with mixing this, mixing that, change this, change that, because I don't do it in, I don't stick all the tracks in separately, like, you know. It's all here, boom, comes out that keyboard, stereo, straight into there, mixer enhances it a bit, plays about with it, goes into Audacity, that mixes it, plays about with it automatically. Goes into an MP3 file, that mixes it, plays about with it. So it all enhances all the way along, like, you know. And really, you know, any normal person listen to it, they'd just think, God, that's good, that's nice and clear and that, like, you know, they wouldn't think that, you know, it's been mixed or anything, because it hasn't been mixed, because that's how they come through. Like, what makes me laugh is it's when you go into a studio and people charge you a bleeding fortune, £100 an hour or something like that, or want to. I've got equipment myself anyway. And they don't do that really, they just faff around with buttons and play about with little things, but you know, no, I'm quite happy just doing it the way I do it. And it's real, that's the thing. If you recorded on a recorder back in the 80s and the 70s, you wouldn't have all this fancy equipment that does this, and the auto-tune that does that, and the auto-chord that sorts this out for you, and that's no fun. That's a business, that is. That's not a fun. You've turned that into a business, and the problem is if you turn it into much of a business, you'll get brought on with a contract, and then you're fucked. Because then you are a slave. And then you won't have a day or a time in your life to do anything. So by doing it this way, being your own person, doing it bland, doing it normal, doing it standard, up to a standard anyway, it's great. And as I say, 100,000 fans that follow me all around the world and that, I must be doing something all right because they've not complained about it. But there again, I'm showing you exactly the technique that I do when I'm recording. And it don't go into a studio, it don't go this, I don't chat that. I never pay for anything, I never pay for advertising or anything. My dad always said, do what you want, and then if someone likes what you do, they'll come to you. You don't have to worry about advertising and that. Never look back. Number 6, okay. Number 7 track. We're going to have this album finished tonight, I can see. So here we go, open up Audacity. Bring that one back up. So what are you looking at? You're looking at that, and I'll leave that one off for now then. I'll just do the Audacity again, so I can see it on my screen, but I can bring it back on your screen later on if you want. So I'm just going to give you this one. Just bring Audacity up. All I do is bring the Audacity up, and I know exactly if I press R on the keyboard, it will record. If I press spacebar, it'll stop. It couldn't be any simpler. So let's go into another registration. So, bump. This one says Funk 1, Funk 1, okay. God, that's, I don't often nip my ears, these headphones. They're good, they work, but oh dear. Nips my ears. Right. Okay, so Funk 1. Nice. Okay, so it's giving me an organ. And what we got on the layers. Click organ, okay. Ooh, ouch. Colin knows what a click organ is. Hammond organ, the old Hammond. They used to click, didn't they, Cole? Okay. Okay. I might modify this so it don't nip my ear. God, it's my ear. It's not the headphones that nip my ears, it's the hat. Because the headphones are nipping the ear. Okay, right, so like it. Okay, let's see, one touch preset. I thought so, that would bring that one in. So obviously here, I thought we were going to have one of those, so let's have a look. Let's put one layer on, let's put the second layer on. Piano, so let's take the piano and change it into something different. No, not a drum, you fool. Put it into it's too much of a pad. Let's take a mini pad. Interesting. Actually, because it's got Vangelis presets here, and what it is, it's got all the presets on the left side and the right side, and it's got is the organ down here, the CK80, the one he used for Blade Runner. But anyway, going back to here, so what have we got? We've got jazz bars, they're nice. And we can also put a clicker on it. Take the clicker off. What we got on the left channel? Okay, we've got the normal bass. Nice strings on there. A bit more bass. Okay, so we can leave those off. Take it on to the first bit. Let's go on to here. What else we got? And. Oh, I like it. I can feel a good beat coming on here. Okay, what I'm going to do is we're going to go and get it set up. So I'm going to give it a full intro. I'm going to give it a synchro and a full intro. We're going to take that up to possibly 110, I think. Then we're going to go start off on a 110. Right. Let's press the R and let's record. just like that. We chucked in a few sensors there, synthesizer stuff there. Since it was on the old Vangelis set, it was pretty cool there. There's some good stuff that was chucking in there. So let's hold up. Okay, so we're going to change that round. We're going to fade that one in. And while I was talking there, that's how fast it works. Finished. Okay, bump. Have a quick listen to that. Oh, yeah. Whoa. Cool. Yep, that's the way. Eat hard, Klaus Woodledge. Okay. That one's done. That one's done just like that. So, I'm going to show you what we're doing. Let's go into Audacity and put that back on the screen. Wrong one. There we go. Okay, so if I put that one on there you go. So we got you all back again now. If I go back into Audacity, then I can just finish this one up. It sounded all right to me, I must admit, so I'm going to go ahead and export that. Export MP3, boom, there you go. And we're going to put it as a VOLL7. So that's what it is, track 7. Volume 7. Okay, so what we're doing now, here we go. Steve. Francis. Title, we're going to put a dot in there because I can sort that out later with my AI. There. I don't mind using AI to help me for spelling and grammar and stuff like that, so I can put my albums that they look good, the text looks good, and also it looks properly. And also for photos, because I'm no good at doing photos or without software. Well, I am, I'm more like with my camera, I suppose. But for getting it set up properly and getting the words in the right place and stuff like that, yeah, I can do that. But yeah, unfortunately, I was basically, I wanted to be an electrical engineer actually when I was at school, but the school had other ideas for me for some reason. They just basically put me into a remedial class because I was dyslexic, so that didn't help. And that basically dyslexic wasn't one of them things that they recognised at the time, so we was put as dunce, so I never learnt note, never had no tests and never had no exams, so I couldn't progress anywhere. So I never got to be an electrical engineer, but now I'm pleased because I'm now actually a musician and a damn good job at my job. So yeah, track 7, wasn't it? Yeah. So that's why I don't fill in many of these things, because what I do, I have to think about it. And we get there in the end, but I'm in no rush anyway. Being your own boss, that's a good thing about it. So anyway, I mean, I had to go working with people, and I just can't do that because they blame you for everything and you ain't done. So fuck that. No, I'm not going to be a scapegoat for you idiots. So anyway, here we go. So this is track 7. Close that one. So now we've got track 7. Yeah. So if I go here and I grab that, put it in there, I should have 7 tracks. Do I have 7 tracks? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's a pity you can't hear it coming back, because when you hear it through an MP3 player, it's enhanced it that much that it sounds like a full professional. You could go out, that sounds, wow. Yeah, you could go out and listen to this and thinking it's in a record shop by a person that was in a label that basically has got loads of people behind him that do all this, do all that, you know. when you sell your soul to the devil and all that sort of thing, like the music business. You know, so I'm quite happy the way it keeps coming out like this. Anyway, so that's track 7. Let's go to track 8. Bring up Audacity. Let's see, we chuck that one down, don't we? And we go into reboot Audacity. I mean, Audacity is it's free. Just download it on any of the things. It's not a complicated thing, and all you do is you set your input for USB codes from the mixer. You set your stereo recording on your next channel, and then your last channel you set it for speakers on your on USB back into the mixer, because the mixer is going to be the last one that brings it out again. And that's why I can hear it through the headphones, but you won't hear it through the thing, because it's bouncing back through the headphones, so it's monitoring back through the headphones on playback. But when I record it, because it's going through Audacity, then you can hear it. So that's how I've done it. Okay, so let's see what's on the next. I like that. Bank 8. Wow, video killed a radio star. Should be down here, really. Anyway, moving on, otherwise I'll get these done. It's the quick track. We're really cracking on now. It's only took me about an hour and 45. Hour and 15. No, actually, I started there, didn't I? So it's 45 minutes. And I've done, what, 7 tracks on number 8. I'd say that's not bad going for making an album. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on to registration 8. I'm going to go 1 for touch control. That's going to put me into Funk 3. Wow. Whoa. And then let's see what's on here. Okay, we've got some weird stuff there. See what the beat is. I like that. It's pretty cool. See what the layers are. Okay, got some layers on there. What we got on the second channel? Just a bit more bite. And we go back into the 1 touch. Start off with a sax, I think. And we go a full intro. So number 1. On the synchro, that's flashing, you see, so that's ready to tell me that that's ready. As soon as I hit the key, it will start. So now we just come here, press R. Job done. Number 7. Number 7, number 8. Actually, it could be number 8. Yeah, it is number 8, isn't it? Where the hell did I get number 7 from? Number 7. Bing. Okay, so let's have a look where we are. All the way to there. 2 seconds in, pull that back. Into effects, down to fade in. Oops, okay, do that again. Pull up now. Fade in, fade in, fade in. There you go, made it a bit smaller. Every time you fade in, it gives a little bit smaller and a little bit smaller. So, all the way back there, and let's have a quick listen to my headphones. Top quality sound again. Brilliant, love it. Okay, and of course you don't hear the clicks of the keys, things like that, you see, because it's just going straight through to the thing, so it'll be filtered out. And also the mixer has got a feedback system, so if you have a little bit too much power going in, it feeds it out and smooths it down. Simple. So yeah, that's happy with that one. So I'm going to do that one. That is another song done. Bump. Stick it in as an MP3. So we're going to go vol 8, 9. It's 9, isn't it? No, actually, that's 8. That is 8. I have got it. That's 8. As I can see, I'm on 8 on the registration. Right, so I'm happy with that. That's number 8. Bump. And then what we do is we just fill these in. And then we put the track is the dot, the album is a dot. If you just joined us, when I say the album is a dot, and album's this, not the album's a dot, it's just I'm filling in the properties of the file. So basically that's all the information within the file that I made. The music, I made a music file, made the music, saved the music, put it on the file, then got to go into the file to write these little things out. Just putting dots in at the moment, because otherwise it'll just keep asking me all the time. And I've grown clever to that. I'll just put dots in. As long as you put something in there, it stops yelling at you. You can't do that because you ain't got this in, you ain't fill that in. Oh, fuck off. Put a dot in then. And then, of course, I take it with my USB strip into my office, the next room in my house, then I've got Audacity in there, so I'll put the thing back in there, and then I can actually write the other information out. Once I've talked to my AI and we've worked out what the tracks are going to be called, and then it'll give me information about every single track, and basically we'll work out a theme for the album, and also I will basically ask it to do a bit of an intro of the album. I mean, if you looked at my BANDCAMP, you'll see that the last album, basically, it's given me an intro of the album, it's given me details of the album, it's given me details about me, which is quite cool. It's getting to know me quite well, this AI. Yeah, I mean, all you got to do is put Stephen Francis in your AI, don't matter where you are in the world, as long as you put Stephen Francis keyboard player and not basketball player, because I always get caught up with that crap. Basically, yeah, you'll get me, and you'll get all about me, and what I've done, and everything else. Like, it's quite cool. It gets carried away a bit, I must admit. Right, so I can say OK on that. That's going to go into there, export that model straight in. There we go. And then we just click this one down. We say, see, here you go. It says save class saved things. It says saved your project, but would you like to save it into a folder? Now, a lot of people who click yes. Well, of course, if they're doing that now you're going to have 2. So it's really going to confuse the matter. So it's best to say no and switch it off completely. Do a clean, clean sleep, and then just reboot it again with a clean, you got more memory and everything will run smoother. Never had a problem, although I don't need it on at the moment because I've got my folder up here. Look, there it is. Take him in there, pop him in there, double click. There she is, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if I click on there, I can quickly listen to it through my headphones, see what it sounds like. That sounds good. Wow. To listen to that, you'd think that was coming out of a full bloody studio from Warner Brothers and stuff like that. Quality is amazing. 6, 7, 8, 8. Okay. So, let's do track 9 then. So I'll set it up for track 9. All I do is basically just start Audacity. It's as simple as that. And this facility here, that if you have Audacity, all you have to press R on the keyboard and it will record. If you press the space bar, it will stop. And it's done, it's like that with all it. I haven't actually programmed, I don't think. I think that was roughly the same as, but you can go into the settings and do it manually if you want. Anyway, let's look into this. Now what I've done is I've got 8 channels. So that's 8 registrations. We've gone all the way to the 8. So now I'm stuck because I want to be on number 9. So what I do is press the bank number here. That brings that up. Then I press number 1. And that gives me bank 8. Is that bank 2? Oh, I'm back on I want to be on bank 2, don't I? Press number 1. There you go. It's giving me a 16 beat. Okay, space Aud. Oh, that should be nice. Right, so we're ready here. Let me just see what we got here. That's the interesting beat. Let's just see what we got. Think about that one. Right, so let's see what I've got in my arsenal. So if I go 1 touch button, start off with the flutes. What have we got down here? In the wall. What a strange saying for a thing. Harmonica? Probably do a space theme, probably. Let's have a look. Whistle. And the left channel we've got, and also on the left channel on the next layer. Take those 2. And here we got, and what have we got on the next channel? Okay, start off with that then. We will go into a full start. Okay, we're doing full start and we will do a sync number 2. And that should go. So as soon as this is, see this flashing here, as soon as that's telling me now it's ready to go, as soon as I hit any keyboard on here, it would start. So all I have to do now is go on here, press R, and we're ready. 4 simple notes. Don't know, I just caught them. I thought, oh, I'll stick with them for a little while. See where it goes. It went well. I'm quite happy with that. That sounded really good. Because, let's see, I'm going to take 2 seconds off here. Bang. I'm going to go 2 seconds in. And nice little slope in. Just to give that a nice smooth effect. And we should have a good sound come back. Let's just have a quick listen. Oh, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. The good thing about it is it's got them great sounds of vintage. I mean, there's studios now that are charging a fortune now just to get the sounds because they can't get them. What they should have done is kept hold of the same keyboards. Then they got them. I might actually do a little bit of a special effect on there, actually, just give it a bit more spacey effect, like. So watch this space, because that one is going to change a little bit. That's more of a spacey one. I like that. So what I'm actually going to do is highlight the whole lot of it and go into reverb and delay in that. I'm going to give it a little bit of depth, a reverb and delay. But I can do that later on, that's not a problem. I just want to get these tracks sorted first. So, happy with that? Yeah. So I'm going to save that one. That is track 9. Job done. I'm just showing you how easy it is to make make music. Because you don't need to spend a fortune, you don't need to pay anyone. If you've got the common sense, you just have a normal standard equipment, a mixer that goes into a computer from USB, job done. Put anything in that mixer, it'll do it, perfect. You do have to play though, I suppose, that does help, and you do have to have a 1 in 10,000 perfect pitch, and you do have to help. It does help if you can play and tune the keyboard into 432 instead of 440, which the government want. The government have got it wrong though, it shouldn't be 440, it should be 432. And there again, that's conspiracy, so I better keep quiet. Okay, number 9. That's number 9, track 9. I've only got 3 more tracks and I've done another album. Whoa, okay, right. So, we're going to save that one. Fill in all the little bits and bobs. Okay, and the title is a dot. The album is a dot. Oh, okay, it's not quite a dot, that one. That was a space. There's a dot. Track is number 9, track 9, and the year is 2026. 2026. I remember watching Space 1999. That was supposed to be in 2025, I think. Now it's 2025, and nothing like it. We ain't got a planet. We ain't got a base on the Earth. We ain't got interceptors. We ain't got UFOs. So they got that bit wrong. Although we don't know that now, do we? They reckon there's quite a few things I got to know. There you go. That's that one. Playing in a frequency which is not really what their government really train you. You get to talk to quite a lot of conspiracy people, and there's some quite interesting things I've got to know over the years. Like the moon is not a moon. It's been here years and years before we have. And it's a satellite that monitors the Earth. Anyway, shush. End up dead, Steve. Right, anyway, save the project, no. Put that one in there, there you go. Double click on there, and now we should have 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, there you go. So, perfect. And I'll have a quick listen to that one. That was number 9. Wow. Already listening to the headphones, it's come through so clear and that it's just unbelievable. You don't have to have the meters way high. You don't have to go up. If you go too high, you clip them, and if you get too much mic gain on your mixers, then it mucks the sound up completely. So it's just a case of turning it right down so nothing goes over the top, and it's amazing. Anyway, let's go to Audacity. Here we go again. Track 10. Okay, what have we got on here? So we have got guitar, one touch button, happy sax, harmonica, glute or something, and a flute. Okay, we've also got grand and piano, and we've also got 2 grand pianos. Okay, and we can also layer 2 sounds on there. Okay, you got a bit of a genuine beat. Okay, right, okay, I've heard enough, so what I'll do is I will link that there, put the sync on there, put number 2 on there. Start off with a funky flute. How you doing, guys? All well? Okay, thanks for joining us, for seeing how this new live album is coming along. And this is how I do it. I press record, I play, I press stop. Job done. Okay, record. here you go. That's another one done. Okay, so we just chop that bit off there, think, and then we're gonna chop that bit off there, and then what we'll do is we'll take all this section out. This is quite loud, that bit there, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to level that bit off by changing it to a fade in, nice fade in. There you go. Stick it all the way forward and have a quick listen to it in my headphones. Nice, strong bass, strong sound. Simple enough, yeah, I like that. Okay, go back. And then we'll store that one. That is track 10. My God, we are 2 more, and we've done an album. We've all done an album together, and that's going to be the studio album, volume 3, with the Casio MZ2000. Just gonna store this one. So I'm gonna go volume 10. Volume 10, that's it. The guys that's listening to me now on Facebook, you are having the pleasure of listening to the album, me doing the album from start to finish. Well, I wouldn't say finish because I've still got a few more things to do, but this is just getting the 10 tracks I want, then I can play about with them and do what I want with them. Once I've registered them down London, then basically they will be mine and forevermore. And they'll go on this album, studio album, volume 3, with the MZ2000 Casio keyboard. It's amazing. Right, okay, so the artist's name is still the same bloke. Devon Francis. Oops. Hope all the people around the world are enjoying this. So track 10, isn't it? 10, track 10, gosh. Yeah, track 10, and the album title is, don't know, we'll have a word with AI about that one. And it's track 10. Title, that's still going to be something to think about. 2020. And the genre is adult, because I haven't figured out what the genre is yet. There we go. Let him go. Now it's putting that file with the music on the desktop. And all I have to do here is I say shut down, and then you say no. Let it shut down completely. And up the top here, there he is, number track 10. Stick him in the little box. Double click on there, and there she is, all the way along there. Look at that. 10 tracks. And what's the time? My God, it's only coming up 3 o'clock. So it's only took me 2 hours to do 10 tracks. Amazing. And they're studio quality and everything, so that's all good. As I say, basically, all I'm doing is every single one of them tracks, I'm basically going to give a name to, and then I'm going to get my AI to give a description of each track. Then I'm going to get my AI to make a photo for that track, what it represents. Then we're going to have a photo for the album, basically probably one of my keyboards in here again. If people buy the album, what I have done is actually took a photo of the keyboard that I'm actually playing. So basically, if you buy the CD, which you have to open out, you see, and then you have a picture of the keyboard that I'm playing. Simple as that. Okay, let's go and do track 11. Track 11, right, so start up Audacity. Da-da-da-da. Bang, there we go. And we're all ready to run, so now I've got to go on to track 11. So I know that's 8, 9, 10, 11. And we've got... Ready? Thought I had that one earlier on. Okay, press one finger button. Okay, so it says now, electric piano 1. It's nice. The beat is a 16 beat times 3. Interesting. We've got soft key on the top. Got an FT sweep at the top. Nylon guitar at the top. A growly organ at the top. So we've got four different presets within one layer there. On the second layer, we've got... That's nice. A synth there. Take that one off, put that one on. So I've got a synth and a keyboard. So. Yeah, it's got a nice sort of reverb on that. Yeah, so let's have a look. So that's the reverb. Okay, so what have we got on there? Right, okay, so let's have a list of beat. Interesting, it's not really... I'm going to take that one quite quick. I think I'm going to take that to 100. Okay, that's... I'm going to have a quick listen to what it sounds like. Okay, yeah, no problem. So we're going to sync it into... We'll sync that one into rhythm 2. And we're going to have an intro of 1. That should be ready to go then. Okay, R. And there's another one. The good thing about it is when I'm playing along there, and if I get, I've got radio headphones, and I've also got radio mic, and basically they're on a different frequency anyway, so they might have a little bit of feedback when I'm listening to it, so it might, all that sort of thing, you might be actually hearing it by the recording, because you're hearing the recording. But funny enough, when it goes through the Audacity and it also goes through the mixer, that's all blanked out. It comes out as studio quality. It's hard to explain, actually, because it sounds a lot better through the headphones than it does when I'm playing it. It's strange. There you go. Anyway, Colin, I want to know if you are happy to collaborate sometime. I might stick a video over for collaboration, if that's okay. All it is basically is just sort of tick the box, and it opens out my friends to your friends, and then it sort of gives you a sort of a bigger area, apparently, and it introduces you to more people around the world. So I thought I'd help you out on that one, and it also helps me out the other way. So it's a collaboration thing that the professional Facebook have been yakking to me about. I says, well, I've got a few mates I can just flick it to. You can do a 5, apparently. That's what I wondered what it was, because when you look at the video, and you think, what's them little things on the bottom there, like, you know, with all people's faces and that? And apparently that's what it is. You're collaborating with them people, so you're opening out your friends to them, and they're introducing your stuff to them, and the same as I'm introducing my 5,000 friends to whoever I collaborate with. So it's a clever thing, I must admit. You can boost your thing, like, so it sort of opens it out. So yeah, I'll do that to Colin. I've got Chris, I've got John. Got quite a few actually. I can't remember them all. Anyway, let's carry on here. So if you see one of those come through, then you just sort of click it, apparently. Okay, so what I'm going to do is take 2 seconds off here, and then we're going to do a full link straight into here, 2 seconds, and we're going to fade that in, and then we're going to go all the way to the end just to have a look, set it forward. I'm going to have a quick listen to this. Yeah, that's good, that's good. Yeah, that's good, that. I mean, it comes through just like studio quality, come out of your studio, it's amazing. This mixer, I've got the Bremer, whatever it is. It's got a built-in equalizer, but it's also got a frequency feedback distorter, and what that does, it kicks out all frequencies which are basically like feedback, you know, like if I turn my headphones from one angle to the other, it will go and you think, well, you don't really want that when you're playing, and apparently that's what cuts it all out, so it's this. So I don't mind doing it that way. Saves having all monitor speakers and everything everywhere, like, because it's just going straight in through the headphones anyway, like, so. In fact, all these keyboards are going straight through the headphones, and that way. What's that doing? Oh, it's jumped onto a screensaver. Wonder what that was doing. Okay, so, happy with that. So now we'll just get that one out of the way, and then we'll do the last track. And thank you very much for joining us. It's been really good. I hope you're enjoying it. Still got another track to go, so we're going to stick that over to an MP3. I'm going to call it Volume 11, because it's track 11. And then we just fill in this section. So Stephen Francis. That's near enough. A dot, yeah, and then we put album is a dot, and then the track is obviously 11. We'll just put that bit. And the year is 2026. And the genre is I. that's that. Off it goes, and then we'll set it up for the next track, which is the last track, because I've only put trial tracks on studio albums. But it gives you a chance, if you ever come across one of these keyboards and you want to know roughly how it sounds and everything, what it's like to sound from professional, get the CD. Can't go any further than that. Okay, we'll put that down. And then we'll put it in its box. And then we'll double click on there. There they are. 1, 2, 3. There, I know there's 12 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Hang on. There's 11. Should be 11. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, it is. That's right. So the last track for this album is coming up. Not on this one, so I did these keyboards the other day. Oh dear, I love it. Okay, so we are ready to go. Let's see what we got then. Last track. We've got some nice chorus ones coming on this. What's the track? Really? Let's see what we got on here. Okay, so I'm going to change it a little bit quicker. I'm going to take it to 90. That's quite slow, that was. Okay, might do a thing like a monk. Right, well, I think we'll start off on a long thing. We'll start on a B. We're going to take the duet off for a start, and we're going to go back into the... That sounds nice. Okay, so we are going to go for the last track. Let's see what we got. that is finished the album. Just like that, eh? Modern technology. Right. I mean, I normally, when I did my albums many years ago, I used to do it on a Zoom thing, I think it was. It had a tape recorder, and it had 4 tracks on this tape recorder. Normally what you would do is you would have the first track for your drums, bash, 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 boom, 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 boom. Then your second one with bass, boom, 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 boom. Then you do your thing next one. I couldn't be bothered with all that. I just lined up all 4 of them and I just played it like normal, like I do now. And they still sold, so I thought I'd stick to it. And can't be doing with all that. Start this bass off and then start this off and then start that off. I'm not a band. I'm a flipping solo player. But I don't get the keyboard to play everything for me. I actually play the thing for me, so it makes me laugh that some of these professionals, they go out with a bloody tape recorder and a CD now in organs and put them in there and let it load, and it loads everything for them. All they have to do is play the main bits. Fucking hell. Okay, never mind. Don't start. Right, anyway, let's back to work. So effects, then we go into fade in, bump. I want to take that section out there. Okay, so we've got a nice little fade in there. I'm just going to quick listen to this through the headphones. Wow, just like you're in a stadium. And that's without reverb or echo. There's plenty of reverb in there anyway. Okay, yep, I'm happy with that. So I'm going to spin that one back, and then we're going to just say, thank you, job done. Okay, so click that in there, go into export, go into MIDI, not MIDI, what am I on about? MP3. MIDI, I don't even know how you work MIDI. I think it's a waste of time actually. I don't know what that MIDI does. Anyway, if you don't know, don't bother with it. So volume 4, no, it's not, it's 12, isn't it, track? I call that one, I don't know. Have a word with me AI and see what it reckons. So artist remembrances, job done, and then the title is Dot, and the album is Dot, because I haven't figured out what it, well I know what it is, but I can't be bothered to write all that lot. Track 2012, year is 2023, 5, 6, 26. The genre is a dot, obviously, because just fill in the dots. That's it. Perfect, job done. Gosh. Hey Clive, how you doing? Paul's in there, Diana's in there, Brian's in there. God, they're all watching. I think, what's this mad Paul doing up at this time? Well, I'm in England, and it's what, 3 o'clock in the morning? 3 o'clock, 3:35. Okay. But it doesn't stop for us musicians. I'll be in there working till the early days. And I'll probably have most of the things put together, because once I get stuck into that AI and ask it what it wants to do, and we go through it, I'll probably have the name of the songs, because I'll listen to them again in the studio, a theme, wordings for the album, and also wordings for each track. And yeah, I think it'll be pretty cool. So yeah, that's done all that. Click in there. And there she is. Bring her down, pop her in there, double click. 12 tracks, there you go, my album's finished. And since you're listening, just for a treat, let's do something for you. you go, guys. Well, thanks for joining us. That is the album done, and there she is. Bring her over there. Double click. There she is. Could play any of those, and they'll play straight through an MP3 player. So, and then they'll be on BANDCAMP, possibly in about 2 days' time. I don't really take long. It's just waiting for the license. That's all it is. Once you get the license back from PRS, you're okay. It's easy enough. All you do is basically go and fill what I should say for every file. For every musical track, you probably fill in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pages. Seems a bit, but basically it's only about 2 or 3 things on each page. You have to just tick on that. But what I've done, because I've done it so many times, I've actually made a template. So I go into SF1, and the template comes up, and then all I do is fill in them forms. And basically, I'm only filling in about 2 things to put in one song. So I've gone through all that lot. I know exactly what the thingies are. So what I do is basically just fill in one or two little things, really. It's because everything else comes back and it's already filled in for me. So if it's a certain file that I want for a song, it'll fill all that lot in for me. If it's for an album, it'll fill that one in for me. So basically, over the years, on my account for PRS in London, for licensing the music, I've worked out what needs to be done for every single one and made a little template. So there's SF1 for albums, SF2 for singles, SF1s for something. So basically it makes it life a lot easier. So there you go. Didn't even play them tonight, did I? Anyway, guys, I think we better shut it down now. Good thing is that having this system and putting it through headphones, I don't wake somebody up next door that could be a pain in the arse. So when you sort of live with someone, but live with somebody, but you're not living with somebody, but you're living with somebody, you just have to be a bit careful. Because they get a bit narky, they do. Over nothing. Usually it ends up with nothing. Till I don't bother now, I'll just carry on, be myself now. So I live my own self, in my own home, with the person. With a person. Yeah, okay. So I will see you tomorrow for the Sunday Chill. Thanks for joining us. As always, we'll go over to the critics and see how they're saying, or what they reckon.
Yeah, pretty good, liked it, pretty good. Nice knowing all about the keyboard. Yeah, well done.
Okay, yeah, I liked it this side, pretty good.
And I'm listening over here, and it sounded pretty good, yeah, liked it.
Oh, well, there you go, that was pretty good. I like the sound of the keyboard.
Well, thank you very much, critics. Okay, so very good. They say they liked it anyway, so they're good. Okay, so tomorrow, hopefully, I should have them nearly all finished, or I will basically get some of them done for tonight, and then what I'll do is tomorrow I'll get the rest done, finish them off, but I can't do anything until it comes back from the licensing department over at PRS in London. But as I say, they know me quite well now because I've got nearly 230, this will be 230 songs. So you get treated a little bit quicker, like, you know. So as soon as I put the thing there, I've got my own account, and they come back nearly the next day, actually, licensed. So I can't say anything wrong about PRS in London being slow, because they're back straight away. I think they get used to me. It's that bloke again. He got another one. Well, I'll just put it on license, yeah. Anyway, so I should be all right tonight. They're all my own songs, so I shouldn't get no copyright. I did play that ABBA one, so I might get a copyright on that, so I might have to sort that one out before it goes on YouTube. Be all right on Facebook, because they're used to me having copyright songs, playing copyright songs. They got fed up with telling me not to do it, I think. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay, guys, well, take care. I hope you like the new image. It looks pretty cool, doesn't it? Let's just change. Back we go. Take one off there, put the one on there, take the one off there. Hang on, wrong one. There you go. So, thank you very much for joining me. It's been good. It's been good. I'm pleased now I've got my album done, and now I can sort the job out. So, there is thousands and thousands of things this thing does. I must admit, I've not even touched the surface. It does loads. But I have, if you look at my YouTube channel, I have done 3 videos on just that keyboard, and about an hour and a half, probably 2 hours each, all going through different things, going through sounds one by one, changing all things around, showing you exactly what it does. And I've done it with a GoPro head, a thing on my head, like, so basically you can see all the image stuff and that. Pop off over there and have a look. It's my YouTube channel, and then once I've done this one and the other one tomorrow, and then them 2 will be on YouTube within Monday, I think, Monday or Tuesday. So then all my 100,000 listeners can have a listen to it. Okay, guys. Thanks for joining us. I will see you soon. Take care.